Reza-Astrid, this is my brother Rainier, and we recently watched a Netflix series called Dark. We absolutely loved it, and today I compiled a few questions for us to chat about the series, and there will be some spoilers, so if you haven't watched Dark yet, please go check it out. It's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The final season came out on the 27th of June, so very recently. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, this will just be our thoughts and take on the series. Rainier's going to ask the questions, and then we will both answer them as we go.
First question is, why did you start watching Dark?
So originally, my brother and I were trying to find a series to watch together or a movie to watch together, but every single time we try to choose a movie to watch, we can never decide, because he wants to watch what he wants to watch and I want to watch Korean dramas and like romance stuff, and he doesn't want to watch that. So we decided, okay, let's try a series, and he suggested we watch Dark, but then I was like, no, I'm not interested. We watched something completely different. And then I think I saw a trailer, or I saw someone talking about it, and then I was like, Rainier, we need to watch Dark. And he had already watched 1 or 2 episodes before.
I watched 10 minutes of episode 1, and I was like, this is kind of boring.
Yeah. And
but that was like 2 years ago, so...
So then I was like, let's just try it. Let's just watch it. And we started watching, and we were hooked. I think we watched 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
And then we had to tell ourselves, okay, no, like, let's wait for tomorrow to watch the rest. But yeah, that's why we started watching Dark.
Yeah, so I started watching Dark because, like, 2 years ago, I watched the first, like, 10-15 minutes of it. And the reason I watched it was because, like, I was looking for something new to watch on Netflix, and then it came up, so I watched it. But I was not really into it. I liked the premise because it said, like, a boy goes missing in a German town, and then they found out who kidnapped him. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But it was really slow burn. It's a slow burn. But after that, like, after the 25 minutes of episode 1, you're like, okay, it's a good show.
You gotta keep watching it to start enjoying it.
What was your favorite part of the show? Favorite part of the show and favorite season, because you watched all of it.
Ooh, my favorite season was season 2, because I feel like that's when everything started making a little bit more sense. My favorite part was the fact that everything is connected. So everything's connected and everything has a purpose and a reason. So something that you might have seen in season 1, you'll see again in season 2, and then again in season 3. So you have to remember everything, and you need to remember that every time you think you know what's going to happen, or every time you think, oh yeah, that's definitely what's going on, they'll be like, surprise coming. So that was my favorite part of the series.
Yeah, so I took this as what was my favorite moment scene. Because my favorite part was finding out, spoiler by the way, that what's her name now? The deaf one, the blind Elizabeth and her mom, they are like the mother and daughter of each other because of time travel and all that business. So that was like my favorite part. What is going on? It was like really cool. Also, favorite season for me is probably season 3. I really liked episode 1, even though I saw some people didn't like it, because like it's called Deja Vu, it's everything that happened in season 1 basically in one episode, but it's the alternative version of it where Marta is Jonas and Jonas doesn't exist in Alt Will. So that was also one of my favorite. That set up like one of my favorite seasons. Season 3 for me is my favorite. Every season, season 1, season 2, season 3, it always built up.
But the thing is with season 3 is you need to be so focused when you watch it. Like, you can't be distracted, you can't think of anything. And everything that you know, you need to put in the back burner, because there's always something new happening in season 3. But that is also connected to all the other 2 series.
Yeah. Something new happens, then you must still remember, oh, but this happened. What about this? And they do a good thing about closing out or shutting most plot holes. If you think there's a plot hole, then they make it in. Like, there is still some plot holes, but that was deliberate, like Vola's eye and stuff. But that wasn't really a plot hole, it's more like a little Easter egg thing.
Things that the characters say reflects what's about to happen, or what has happened, or what's going to happen. So you need to not just watch what's happening, but you need to listen to what's happening, and you need to also be like, especially in season 3, you need to focus because they go between the worlds and the time differences. So you need to be like, okay, where am I now? Okay, who's this? Okay, where does this fit in? So you really need to be focused. And what I also liked is that the whole Hannah, Ulrich, Egan situation, because just when you think Hannah's gonna do something that'll actually make her a good character, she does something so terrible. Like, she's my least favorite character. Hannah is my least, I think. Would it be Hannah? I just think she just thinks of herself. She's very self-absorbed in a sense that she doesn't care who she hurts. She doesn't care who is going to be affected by it. She just does what she wants to do. Who's your least favorite character?
I thought it was Hannah, but then after watching season 3 at the end, where she's like actually a likable character, even though it's like a 5-minute scene at the very end, like shows like her real, like the original self. It wasn't like an alternative version of her. I kind of liked it. I don't know. I don't really dislike any characters. At a point, I really hated Hannah. Really didn't like Adam. Thought Adam was just weird.
Yeah.
But they're all good characters. Like, they're all good characters.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so to juxtapose that, what's your favorite character?
My favorite character. That's different. There's more than one, because you have the favorite character in Jonas as well.
Like the
and
stereotypical like Jonas is like what everyone would say. Jonas. But.
Yes, I love Jonas. I liked him, but I really liked, when she time travels back.
So taking Outworld 1, even though it's Jonas as well.
Yes.
Outworld 1, when she goes back to 1987.
Yes.
To all.
Because Katharina is, she's such a wild child. Like, she's just in your face, and like everyone else time travels, right? They go back in time, and they're like, what year is it? Or they're like, what am I doing it? They try to be as invisible as possible.
Yeah.
Katharina goes back in time. She's like, what year is it? Where am I? She's like, she just attacks everyone, and I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, take a moment. Even with the scene with her and her mother in the old age home when she wants to go visit Ulrich, she's just like, I want to see him now. And I'm like, Katharina, this lady doesn't know you exist. You have to come in like easy. So I think Katharina going back, I liked watching her character. But I also enjoyed, I don't know why Barto's name keeps coming up. I just feel like he deserves so much better. He deserves so much more.
Yeah, because everyone, I would say, okay, let's put it in a broad sense. Especially us, I guess us too. We were like, Bartos is like the most useless character.
Yes.
But then in season 3,
everything makes sense.
Everything, like, it's like, oh, okay, Bartos is a G. No wonder we didn't see him as an adult for so long. So I guess that, okay, who's my favorite character? I'm tempted to say Claudia. Because like, Claudia is just under the radar for so long. And then at the end, she's like the main catalyst. Like, we always think it's always Jonas and Martha, Adam and Eva. She set it up throughout the whole series that there's always 3 of everything. There's 33 years. There's, 3 versions of yourself. Yeah. Everything like that.
And
so
we
of course
always miss that.
There'll always be 3 main characters. So Martha, Claudia, and Jonas. There's 3 worlds: the original world, our world 1, our world 2. Of course, like, I like it just because Claudia figured it out. Also, she did everything not because, like, Jonas did it because he wants to stop the apocalypse and all that. Eve wants the apocalypse to keep happening because she wants to save her child. But then Claudia does it. Like, she knows she has to die also, like, to save her child. So I don't know. I think that she's my favorite character.
And she has a lot of pieces part of the show as well that makes it interesting. And from the beginning, they show you that Claudia is important.
Yeah.
But then she disappears for some episodes where you kind of forget about her. And then she comes back in like key places. And you're like, oh yeah, Claudia. And then she'll tell a character to do something. But then you forget about her again. And then at the end you're like, it was Claudia all along.
Yeah, so like her character's like, she comes into the series super important. Like she's really old Claudia. She's super important. Then she disappears. Then she comes back, does important stuff, and then she dies by Noah, by a shotgun. So then she disappears again, and then she comes back before she time traveled. She's just basically irrelevant. And then it's like all this stuff. You see how she becomes Claudia, but we in our heads we like, no, okay, she's only important until she dies.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't matter all this, so we don't think
and
about
you also
her.
don't realize until season 3 about the different, like how the different times connect and link. And although she died in this time, it doesn't mean that she's dead here. And you know, like, cause like the characters are still alive in this world, but you just saw them die there. But then they show you, and you're like, are these people real or not?
I think it's the 4th question. What's your favorite timeline to follow?
I really like Egan and Ulrich's timeline, just because.
So 1953 to 1954 to 87, 86. Okay.
Yeah, I like their timeline because history repeats itself, but in a different way, both times. And how Ulrich tells Egan certain things about his life, but it doesn't click. And then even later on, when Egan meets Ulrich again as a grandpa now, and Ulrich is a teenager, it still doesn't click. Like even though Ulrich has said the same things, he still doesn't get it because he's not supposed to get it, you know. So it's so I like Egan and Ulrich's timeline.
My favorite timeline is probably the very last one when they like go to the original world and they stop Tanas's son, what his name now, to Marek to like not cross the bridge, and then they all die, all vanish, whatever.
And then they vanish and their fingers like disappear. That was such a good scene. Yeah, origin world is cool.
What was your what was one of your theories while watching?
So my number one theory.
To like put that up, what was your favorite theory before season 3 came out?
Okay, so my number one theory was that Bartos was Adam.
Yeah.
And that they were just trying to trick us that no way was Jonas Adam, because there's no way that could happen. Plus Bartos just made more sense that he would be Adam, because obviously
we never saw him as
a doll.
He had a thing with
Marta, and Marta wanted Jonas, and then Jonas and Bartos had like a fight. I was like, yes, Bartos is Adam. That was like the number one theory. The theory that surprised me the most was probably... Oh, I have to think about that. Okay, you go and I'll think.
Okay, so what was one of the theories? You really took like the Bartos was Adam theory.
But you had other theories.
Yeah, but like, I can't really remember them now. Some of them did come to fruition, but like other ones I was totally wrong. So I can't really remember like any good ones. But Bartos was Adam was a big one. Like a theory I had was, it was kind of true but kind of wasn't. It was that Adam and Eva, because like in the season 3 trailers, it showed Adam, sorry, not Adam and Eve, Jonas and Marta, they connect and they make the infinity symbol. So like my thing was that the infinity symbol, because it looks like it's a family tree, so it's supposed to be their child, but I thought it was supposed to be more symbolized like in a specific event that includes both of them, or an event that leads to the making of the time traveling or the apocalypse, but it ended up just being their child. Spoiler. And it being their child that, you know, that connects everything, because like that's crazy. Like if you go to the Dark official website, you can look at the family tree and how everything is connected. And it's like the unknown. They call it the unknown because they don't have a name. but Martin, his child, like he's the father of Tranta, and then it's like, but so Jonas's son is also his great grandfather, and it's like now you can see like how
it keeps repeating itself.
Like, and also they have a rule where if something happened in the future, you can't change in the past or something like something
if you're
similar.
alive in the future, you can't die in the past.
So like
your future self is already
there's
alive.
a scene where Jonas tries to like hang himself again, so just hang himself, and then Noah comes through and cuts him down, and then he gives him a loaded gun and says try shooting yourself, and the gun won't go off. Noah takes it again and then shoots the wall straight away, and he said whatever, someone or something or some force is going to stop you from dying because you are still alive in the future and your future self has already done stuff. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I think when the surprise theory or something surprising that happened that I didn't see coming at all was definitely the fact that the whole thing was in a sense about Thanos.
Yeah, and a simulation basically.
Yeah, and how, because they show us him making this time machine and him pressing the buttons, but I never thought maybe there's another, like he's the origin world, and that was a big surprise to me, just the whole fact of that there was an origin world that existed.
If you really think about it, Thanos played a massive role. Like he made the time machine, he wrote the book,
he starts everything.
He starts like the theory of time, whatever that book is. Like he starts many of the things, but he even says himself like, I'm not a major player, like I this is the highest I go, like I just make the time machine that I'm at. So,
and that was a clue and we didn't even notice it. Like again, just like Claudia,
he just makes his time machine, like he actually did in the original make the time machine, and that's it. Because then when he goes to the alternate world, that's also what all he does, and then he disappears again.
And just like Claudia, he pops in and then pops out, pops in and pops out, and you're like, okay, I gotta remember him, but not too much. But then he becomes the ending to it all.
And it's really nice because like in a way, the whole series can be just Thanos' like dream of having his like son back, because in the alternate worlds, Sigmundus was created because old Thanos, he wanted to bring back his wife from the dead, but then in the original world he wanted to bring back his son from the dead. So like there's parallels there. Basically everything's a parallel universe, and how Charlotte, like alternate Charlotte, and in the original world his granddaughter is also Charlotte, and like how alternate Charlotte lives with him, even though, so like it's a lot of like things that could have happened if certain things happen. So like, and that's what also really makes Dark so great, because like time travel is not it's not possible. Like I can say that probably, like maybe like in the distant future, but like now it's not possible. But like everything that happens, you can be like, oh okay, I can see how having time travel could cause these problems, can cause the apocalypse, because so many people are interconnected and the rules of time and space just doesn't work. So that's also it. Have you had any dreams about Dark?
After we watched season 2 finale and we were waiting about 2 weeks for
like a week and a half
for the 27th of June to watch season 3, I had so many dark dreams, like almost like I was imagining what the final season was gonna be like, imagining like who's gonna come out and what the theory is gonna be and what's gonna be true. And I think it's just because I was so invested in the show, and with being invested in the show, I was reading a lot about it, I was YouTubing a lot about it, that it started filtrating into my dreams. And so yeah, I did have a lot of dreams about Dark. Did you?
I had none. Like I'd read all of the theories and stuff, but like I don't know, I didn't dream about it.
Okay.
It was cool though. It was nice. Have you had any dark like moments?
So while we were waiting for Dark season 3 to come out, my brother and I had to go to the West Coast to our house there,
West Coast in South Africa, but
yes.
not like West Coast, like California.
Imagine.
Or something.
Well, we went to a house on the West Coast, and I remember we went on the Saturday and then slept over Sunday, which was fine. The Monday afternoon, I was walking around the house, but I was listening to a voice note. So I was listening to a voice note on my phone. I was walking around, and all of a sudden I saw something in front of me, and so I walked closer to the cabinet, and there was a dead bird just laying there. Now, if you've watched Dark, you know the dead birds are a big part of the show, in a sense.
Not really a big part, but
it's a big
every
clue.
time someone travels,
yes, it's a big clue that something's gonna happen and something crazy. So I see this dead bird. I'm on my phone and I tell my brother, "There's a dead bird," and I walk around and I just keep walking and listening to my voice note.
So then I come out. I'm thinking, okay, clearly she's dark crazy. Let's just see, because I'm thinking it's probably like a decorative acorn. I don't know why, but like a decorative acorn and stuff. We used to have that in America during Christmas time. So there's just a decorative acorn or like a decorative something that's just like in the corner. It's just dark. It's foul or something. Because we have lots of like stuff there. So I was like, it's probably just like something dark that she thinks is like, oh, it's a dead bird. I was like, okay, let me go check. I go closer. I'm probably like this far away. And it's still dark. I can't really see. I can see like it's like a not circular, but it's like oval shape. I'm like, what is that? I don't want to touch it. I'm like, what if it is a dead bird? And I see there's like legs, like whatever.
Tiny little.
So I'm like, okay, it's a dead bird.
And then we had to obviously get rid of this bird, but it was only the two of us there. There was no adults there, no uncles or dads
24.
to take it off, take it away. And so we had to figure it out. So we called my uncle. My uncle says, take a plastic bag and then just take the plastic bag over your head and then just grab the bird, put it in the plastic bag and throw it in the bin. While he was saying this, my brother was holding a plastic bag in his hand.
No, like, okay, before that, I was like fake gagging the whole time. I was like, oh my god, it's a dead bird.
Which you should never do.
So I was like, just like trying to make her feel nauseous because like I know she didn't want to do it. I knew I was going to have to do it anyway, but I was like joking around, like fake gagging, like, oh, I don't want to touch it.
And then my uncle said this over the phone.
Like, I was like, in my head, I was like, I know I have to do it anyway. Like, I know, like, I was going to do that anyway. So then we got like a plastic bag. I wish we had a plastic bag right now.
No, it's fine.
It's like inside the kitchen. So I picked up, like, she gave me a plastic bag. It had holes in it, by the way. Trash. So I picked it up and I like, you know, like when you grab a plastic bag and there's like nothing in it, so there's like air, it's like squishy, basically. Not really squishy, but like, I don't know. But like I did that, and then in my head, it already had, like I already picked up the bird, and like I was closing it, and I like squeaked, like I don't know, I held the bag, but the bird was like so mushy, and like I was like, I gagged for real. I was like,
and then he ran to the bathroom and like threw up.
No, I first ran to the kitchen sink. I was gonna throw up there, but I was like, I can't throw up yet. I'm still gagging, trying to hold it in. And I run to the toilet and I throw up, and then my eyes started watering because I threw up, and then Reza's like in the kitchen saying, "Oh, stop joking around."
Because I thought he was kidding.
Like,
and then he comes in with like tears in his eyes, and then I start crying. They were both crying in the kitchen. The bird's still there. We still need to get rid of it. Eventually, we had got a big black bag and a broom, and we had to sweep the bird into the room.
But that took like 20
minutes. It took us 20 minutes to get the guy, like to hype ourselves up and then finally do it. But once that was gone, we're like, gone, done, finished.
I almost pulled my hamstring running down the stairs.
That was our dark experience.
Yeah.
We haven't time traveled, unfortunately. But if we did,
you would never know.
You'd never know.
So, or we would also probably never know, because what if we did see ourselves in this deja vu?
And there's so many cool like themes. If this video does well, we'll talk, maybe have a dark theme video, because there's so many themes in dark that has like good advice or good like meaningful things in your day-to-day life as well, and things for you to think about in your life here and now. Like one of the things is the whole fact that you can't change the past, because if you do, that affects the future. and can actually affect the past, which is why the people in your current future or your current life are the way they are. So even if you go back and try to remove that or stop that from happening, it'll still happen, but it'll happen differently. And I thought that was pretty cool. But this video is very long, so thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment down below. Let us know if you watched Dark, and if you finished season 3, let us know your thoughts. But thank you so much for sitting down and having a chat with us. Thank you. Bye.